Let the speech be better than the silence. With this, a very warm welcome to all present here. It's a wonderful day, and I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all. My name is Aditya Kumar, and I am the host of today's webinar. So, now I would like to tell something about our organization. Sense Welfare Foundation is a non-profit entity established to work in the areas of education, social welfare, women empowerment, skill development, entrepreneurship, livelihood generation, and employability, health, research, culture, international cooperation, sports, environment protection, or any other similar sector. SEMS promote healthy lifestyle, balanced and active communities, and strong businesses. So, now I would like to throw some light on today's chief guest. He is a public speaking coach, corporate trainer, and a content creator. He has trained 1,000 plus students, working professional, and aspiring coaches. He has done more than 200 online and offline workshops. He has been featured on 5 plus news channels, including Global TV. He has shared stage with former Chief Secretary Government of Punjab, Mr. Sarvis Kaushal. He is none other than Mr. Rajan Kumar Chaubey. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hi, I'm awesome. I'm awesome. Thank you so much for inviting me here. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
Sir, it's our pleasure as well, sir. So, sir, now I would like to give this meeting in your hands. So you can
Thank
continue,
you
sir.
so much. So, how are you, everyone? कैसे हैं आप सब? I hope you all are doing really great. So, let's start today's session. Okay. So, let me talk about today's agenda. What is public speaking? And we will be talking about the basics of public speaking. We will be discussing how to impress, engage, and inspire audience. My dear friends, we know what is public speaking, how to speak, how to present yourself, what is body language, facial expression, hand gesture. But the thing is, what is the basics? We have the misconception related to basics, and we have the problem related to basics. So today I'm going to cover what are the basics of public speaking. So let me start with the first request. What we are going to discuss today, we will be discussing on the basics of public speaking, concepts of speaking, why, what, and how. Third point would be the triangle of speaking. Triangle of speaking. What is triangle of speaking? How can we speak better? How can we present better? How can we impress people? How can we give the things that what people wants? And how can we become confident speaker? How can we remove the fear of speaking? And at the end, we will be discussing your questions. Now, I believe that everybody is a great speaker. I believe that everybody can communicate really great. Do you believe you are a great communicator? Just do let me know in the comment section. Yes or no? Do you think you are a great public speaker? Let me stop my screen so that I can see your comments. What do you think? Are you a great speaker or a communicator? My dear friends, let me tell you, you are a great communicator. You are a great public speaker. But the problem is you are not aware of it. You don't know how to communicate well. You don't know how to present better. You don't know how to present yourself in an effective way. That's where you lack, my dear friends. So today we will be discussing on that, how you can present yourself in a better way. Now, let me ask you one question. Do you communicate better with your family members? Do you communicate better with your loved ones? Do you communicate better with your partners, friends? But what is that stops you to communicate better in front of people? What is that stops you to speak better in front of people? That's the question. And today we will be discussing on that. Now, this is the question. Just answer your question. Answer. Okay. It is all about our belief system. It is all about what we think about speaking, what we think, because what we think can do. If we think we can do in a better way. But most of the time, we don't think. Most of the time, we don't believe in ourselves. We take a decision on the basis of some information. Sometimes, some people can say, "You are not a good speaker, yaar." Once, when I have got on a stage, it was a terrible experience, and you catch that information. Somebody said, "Public speaking is worst thing you can ever do." You catch that information, and based of that, you created your belief system. Let me give you the practical example. Do you have your best friend? Everybody has? Do you have? Yes or no? Raise your hand like this. And everybody, so please put on your camera so that I can see you. Okay. Now, you are calling to your best friend, and that person is not picking your call. You called once, twice, thrice. One day completed. That person didn't pick your call. Next day, you called again and again and again. It happens for 3 days. Fourth day, you called again, and that person didn't receive your call. What will you think at that moment? What would be your first thought? Yeah, this person is not good for me. He has an ego, no? And I will never call that person again. I'm trying to call, but that person is so busy so that they can't receive my phone, my dear friend. And because of that, we created our belief system that this person has an ego. What if I tell you, fifth day you got that call from that person, and you started saying sit about that person, and you started being angry. After that, that person told you, do you know why I have not received your call? Because I lost my parent 4 days ago. What will happen at that moment? What will you say? What will happen about your angerness? Will it vanish? Yes or no? Am I right? This is what perception is all about. We create decision because of this information what we have now. And the same thing happens on stage as well. We have gathered lots of information that you have a fear, you can't speak, you are an introvert, you can't give your better presentation on stage. And just because of that, you are not presenting yourself in a better way. Just because of that, you are not giving your best on stage. It is all about your mindset. It is all about what you think about everything. If you think you can, there is a quotation of Henry Ford, I think. If you think you can, you will. And if you think you can't, you will never able to do it. This is all about your thinking. This is all about your ability to think about what is happening. So if you think you are a good speaker, you are. If you think you are a great presenter, you are. If you think you are a great public speaker, you are. You just need to believe that I can do it. And if I'm not giving my best, what all I need to do is I need to improve. I need to learn something. I need to upgrade myself. Will you agree with me? Yes or no? Now, most of the people says, what if people will laugh at me? What if people will not support me? What if I'm not able to present myself? The answer is your audience is always wants you to win. Now, let's take the example of quick scenario. Okay, this scenario. Do you want me to fail? Do you want me to not giving my presentation in a effective way? Do you want me to fail? No. You are giving your time. You are giving your energy. You are giving your efforts, and you will never want myself to be failed here. And this is what everybody thinks like that. Your audience is your reflex. What you think about your audience is your audience. Are you getting some new insights? My dear friends, you are the one who is creating the problem, or you are the one who is not giving your best. There is no issue out there. Whatever is happening in our mind, understand this. Now, my question is, what is public speaking? I want to listen from you. What is public speaking? First thing I want to know from Aditya. What is public speaking?
Public speaking means what we have to speak in public over any topic.
Okay. And Mr. Abhishek, do you want to say something?
Public speaking means communication with the audience.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. Mosmiji, you want to say anything? Just take your 10 second and answer. Are you there?
So, interaction between one or more people.
Okay. What is the real essence of public speaking? I know speaking in front of people is public speaking, but what is the real essence of public speaking? Why we do public speaking? Anyone? Rituja?
Sir, to express the thoughts.
Okay. Okay. And anything else?
For conveying the thoughts.
Okay.
Public
okay.
speaking is when you want to convey some information to the public.
Okay. Yeah. I got it. I said no, that speaking in front of people is public speaking. I agreed with that. But the thing is, what is public speaking? It is not about only speaking. Is it about speaking anything? Is it about presenting yourself? Suppose you are sitting here and I'm speaking about rocket science. Will it be the real essence of public speaking? I'm doing public speaking, but this is not the real essence of public speaking. Are you getting my point? My dear friends, the real essence of public speaking is presenting yourself what people want, giving something that is people's need. Understand this. Nobody wants to give their time or attention just because you are speaking. Everybody is giving the time because that person feels that you are adding value. You are giving something that can upgrade their life. We do public speaking in 2 or 3 scenarios. First, we do public speaking for entertainment. Second, we do public speaking for information. And the third is we do public speaking for education. There are no fourth way. Understand? If you are educating people, that means you are doing public speaking. If you are entertaining, if you are giving the information which is related to that person, means you are doing public speaking. Are you getting my point? Is it clear? Now, why public speaking skill matters? ये इतना important क्यों है? ये matter क्यों करता है? Why do you want to speak in front of people? Why it is so important nowadays? Why we can't do everything without speaking in front of people? My dear friends, understand this. If you can communicate, you can influence. And if you can influence, you can change the lives. You can do anything, everything, if you can speak in front of people. If you can present yourself, if you can influence on people, and then you can earn through your influence. The person who can influence, who can speak in front of people, is the one who is doing really remarkable. If you see outside, if you are looking for the people who is doing remarkable in their life, see how that person is working, and that you will find that person is successful just because he is able to communicate themselves in a better way. He's able to present themselves in front of people. He's able to structure themselves and give something to the people. I'm not talking about the people means the general public. It could be your team members. It could be anything. It could be the students. It could be anything. The thing is, if you are able to speak better, you can do anything. Now, why are you listening to me? The question is, why are you listening to me? Thing is, you feel somewhere that if I listen that person, I will get something new from that person. I will learn something. You might know most of the things related to public speaking, but what is one thing that I can get from this person? If you feel that, that's where you feel I can listen. I should listen. I should join that this seminar or webinar. Suppose the same scenario, if you are getting the information of there is a rocket science webinar is happening, will you join that? No, right? Because that is not related to you. That is not something you want. This is what you need to understand. You need to understand the perspective of your audience. That there is called a WITFM rule. Always ask, what is there for me? If you are asking what is there for me, your audience always wants what is there for me. And if you can answer that, you will become more effective. Understand this. Suppose you want to improve your public speaking, and I knew that you want to learn public speaking and you want to excel in it. But at that moment, if I'm giving the tips of public speaking, or how you can upgrade your public speaking, how you can become the master of public speaking at that moment, don't you think you will love to learn from me? You will love to listen me. You will love to connect with me. This is what is called purpose. You need to know your purpose, why you are doing it, what your audience want, what is something that you are giving to the people. That is called what is there for me. Now, how to learn public speaking. अब पब्लिक स्पीकिंग सीखें कैसे? एक क्वेश्चन होता है ना आप लोगों के माइंड में कि हाउ टू लर्न पब्लिक स्पीकिंग. वी नो this is called body language, this is called voice modulation, this is called appearance. But how to learn public speaking? Okay, first thing we need to understand this before learning. What is the triangle of speaking? जैसे भी मैंने बात की ना, what is the need? What is there for me? Before that, we need to understand that what you speak, how you speak, and to whom you speak. Okay, if we have the clear basics, then only we will be able to improve our public speaking. I'll tell you how. First thing we need to understand what you speak. अब क्या बोलते हैं, क्या बात करते हैं, आपका कंटेंट क्या है? What is your content? What topic you are going to cover? That is something you need to understand this. If you know what you are speaking, if you know what people are asking for, when that's where you realize that this is what I need to give. Second thing, how you speak. Understand this. The way you speak matter the most. Understand, listen again. The way you speak matter the most. I don't know how great content you are having, but if you are not presenting well, no one will listen to you. No one will give attention to you. So understand how you speak. In that, it comes body language, hand gesture, facial expression, voice not voice. The way you speak, the way you dress, the way you stand, the way you look, the way you move, everything comes how you speak, how you present. And the second thing is you need to understand this is comes voice modulation. The way you speak matter the most, I say, no. You need to understand what is the modulation, how you modulate your voice, how you give stress on word. This is something gonna to make a word or a sentence or a point really special where we need to focus. Next thing is to whom you speak, audience space. अब आप किससे बात कर रहे हो? Suppose if you are talking to your parent, your way of communication will be different, right? If you are talking to your students, your communication way of communication will be different. You are talking to the authority, your way of communication will be different. This is what we need to understand. The audience, know your audience. बोला जाता है ना, the way you speak creates authority, credibility, impact, influence, and change. And this is what you want. Suppose if you are talking to your friend and that person doesn't give you the value you are saying and that person isn't listening, will you talk with that person again? No, right? If you are saying something in front of people and that doesn't create the credibility, will you address that people with the same learnings, with the same content? If you are saying and that is not influencing people, that is not changing something in their life, will you do the same? No, right? So you need to understand this. The way you speak creates authority, credibility, impact, influence, and the change. And you need to always keep this in your mind. That is the triangle of speaking. Now, अब बात आती है how we can improve our speaking. How we can improve? You all have said by speaking, by learning from people. But do you think is it the simplest way to speak? I think yes. First thing what you have to do is observe people. Let me tell you how I have started my public speaking journey. So when I have started my journey, I was trying to figure that out, how I can learn, how I can do things that is appealing to me. I was learning about body language, facial expression, hand gesture. I was reading that book. But at the end of the day, I didn't know, yeah, how can I speak? How can I present myself? What is something that I'm lacking? That is the power of observing people, the power of giving yourself, presenting yourself in that scenario. This is what I have learned from my experience. You need to understand this. If you are observing someone, you will become the greater speaker. जितने भी I have made lots of public speaker till now, and I have got only one answer: how you can improve your public speaking by observing people. Let me tell you, if you know how to speak, but you have not. So let me tell you one thing. If I give you one word in English language or a Hindi language, you know very well Hindi or English. Then if I say that pronounce this word, and you have not ever seen that word in your life, I can guarantee you will never be able to pronounce that word in a proper way, because pronunciation is totally different from the learning from books. Are you getting my point? For that, you need to observe people, how that person is speaking, how that person is speaking, how that person is moving, how that person is using their voice modulation. Let me tell you one thing. If I say use your voice modulation to make an impact on audience, increase your pitch to make your audience audible. If I say like this, and if I say increase your pitch to make impact on your audience, will you be able to do it? Instead, if I show you how to do it, you won't be able to do it until and unless I show you that this is how you have to do it. This is the power of observance. If you see how that person is moving, if you see how that person is appealing, if you see how that person is saying something and you are feeling that emotion, what somebody is saying and you are feeling triggered by that word, if you don't observe that thing, you won't be able to present yourself in a better way. And the second thing is, now the thing is, speak. You need to speak. You need to present. You need to give your best. You need to speak in a different variation. You need to speak in a low pitch, high pitch. जैसे कैसे बोल सकते हैं? How we can speak in high pitch? Low. Do you know pitch, modulation, and volume, tempo? Do you know all of these things? Okay, let me move again ahead. Okay. Now, first thing, what you have to do is observe yourself and try to learn something and add in your speaking. Then what you have to do is, अब आपने सीख लिया कि how to speak, Now you have to speak with a different variation. Suppose if I have to say I am going to the मेरा नाम राजन है, मैं घर जा रहा हूँ, ये I मैं घर जा रहा हूँ, मैं घर जा रहा हूँ, मैं घर जा रहा हूँ, मैं घर जा रहा हूँ. If you say with the emotions, this is what makes an impact. Now, how you will review yourself? Suppose if you go to the gym and you want to lose your weight or gain your weight, there is a measurement that is called weighing machine or the inch that you can measure your size. But in public speaking, in communication, how will you measure yours? Do you want to know? By recording yours. First day, you will record yourself, and by the end of the week, you will record again. By the end of the month, you will record again, and you will compare as you compare in the gym. How much weight do you have? You had at your first day, and how much weight you have gained or lose. The same thing you have to do. You have to record yourself, and you have to compare yourself how you are improving. Okay, and you have to improve every single day, because kaha jata hai na ki we are the greatest judge for anybody. That person is speaking good, that person is not speaking good, that person is looking worse, that person is ugly. We do judge, right? We judge people at that moment. If we see ourselves, we have to judge that I'm not speaking better, I'm not looking better, I'm not using my voice modulation. This is what you need to do. Now, the main point is present yourself, showcase yourself, present that what you have learned. You have observed yourself. Where is that? You have observed somebody and you have learned something from that. Now you have implemented that and you have started speaking, and you have also reviewed yourself that now you are improving. But when it comes to public speaking, you have to do in a practical way. You have to speak in front of people. Are you getting my point? Now, there are lots of people who can ask that I don't have any audience. I don't know to in front of whom I can speak. You have the audience. You have your family members. You have the friend circle. And if not, you can get a chance to speak. You can speak in your school, college, your institution, your family gatherings, even on the dinner table. You can start addressing your parents, and you can give the treat to the parent. That's where you just need to create the opportunity for yourself. If you are not getting opportunity, just create for yourselves. You don't need anyone. Now, you want to see how I have started my speaking journey?
My dear friends, insecurity is nothing. It's like a uncertainty, a lack of confidence, or anxiety about ourselves. Put aside your insecurity and start acting like the smart and capable person you are.
Have you seen that, my dear friends? In that video, I was talking about the confidence when I have started my journey. Can you feel that confidence? I have no confidence. I had no confidence. I was so scared. I didn't know how to speak. I didn't know what should I speak next. And now if I say to you, you are far better than that video. If I can, you can too. If I can improve myself, you can too. If I can increase the stamina of speaking, if I increase the way of, if I improve all of these things, what I used to be, you can do. And why you are not doing it? Because you feel that you are not capable of doing it. You just feel that what people will say about you. If I compare myself with that Rajan, I can proudly say that I have taken the initiative. I can feel proud that I have started my public speaking journey. Now, at that moment, I used to be like, what will I do in my life? I don't have any options. I don't know how to get better marks in the competitive exams so that I can get the job. I was not good in the studies, but I found that there is something that I could do better, and I started my journey. What you need to do is just believe that you can do it. My dear friends, this is the secret mantra of getting better in anything. You all have said that learning from books, learning from something and somewhere, that will never going to work. The only thing will work is by doing from starting and observing yourself every single day. Can you feel that energy? If you feel that, you just need to start from today. And if you feel that you can do it now, let's talk about the confidence and the fear. Do you have any question related to confidence and fear? Let me tell you one thing. Why do we fear anything? Why don't we have a confidence to do anything. There is only 2-3 ways to have confidence. First thing, have a skill set. Second thing, experience and about knowledge about that topic. Let me tell you again: knowledge, experience, and that is skill set. That is the step-by-step process. We will never feel confidence when we do something for the first time. We never feel that. We feel only confidence only when we know what we can do, when we know how to do that. Suppose if I say I am confident to do the kidney operation of yours, will you take that? Hello, is there sound coming from anybody? Okay. Now, if I say I am confident about I will be able to do the kidney operation, will I be able to do it? Anybody say yes or no? No, right? It is not about the confidence. It is all about your knowledge, your experience, and your skill set. And how it will happen? Just by learning, just by doing it again and again for a long period of time. And the third thing is the learnings, and by improving, that becomes your skill set. So this is what public speaking is all about. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you. This is all from my side.
Thank you, sir, for giving your valuable insights on basics of public speaking. So now we will go ahead with the questions and answers. So meeting is open for all. You can start asking questions. How to connect with public speakers in crowd?
In crowd.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
we just need to go to them, right? How we will connect? How, if I don't get your attention, how we will be able to connect, right? And you are just asking somewhere from the meeting. This is what you will never be able to connect with anyone. Right now, take your scenario. If you want to connect with me, how will you connect with that? Connect with me. I don't know you. Who are you? If you don't come in front of me, how will I get to know about you? You connect with those people whom you know. If I talk about Vikas, will you be able to connect with Vikas? You don't know who is Vikas, where he lives. Understand, my dear friend. You need to come in front of that person and just talk about that person's interest. Suppose if I have learned from someone that if you are going to meet somebody, know that person's interest. And if you know that person's interest, just start talking about that. Suppose, let's take the simple example. If some of my friends are very interested in cricket, and I don't like cricket, it's just like a hell. I don't want to talk, I don't want to watch cricket. But when I go to them, I start talking about the cricket. I start asking questions about the cricket. I just become curious. And if somebody feels that you are curious in them, you are interested in that person, that's where you build your connects. Thank you. Anyone else?
Yes, sir. There is another question, sir. How to gain confidence in front of crowd?
Okay. As I told you, how you become confident by learning. Second thing by experience, and third thing by skill. 3 things you need to understand. Add in your life. First thing, know why you are in front of why you are there in front of people. What is the reason and what you are going to do that. If you know that, suppose if I'm here and I don't know what to speak related to public speaking, I will never be able to present myself in a better way, in a confident way. And I don't feel confidence. Second thing, first time you will feel underconfidence because you are experiencing it for the first time and you don't know how to speak better. So second, what you have to do is learn what you are speaking. Second thing, you just have to get in front of them again and again and again. And the third point is you will become confident. Now, any other
the next question? Yes, sir. So there is one more question, sir.
Yeah.
Do we need regular practice for being a good speaker? Like suppose I used to practice and then that time I was confident in speaking, but I left practicing and lose my confidence. So how to overcome?
Your confidence is all about muscles, right? You go to the gym and you do practice and you become you are doing your exercise and you become muscular and powerful. But if you don't go to the gym and after a month or after a year, you will see that you lose your muscles, you lose your health, you lose everything. So it is about muscles. The more you do, the better you become. So you just have to do every day. You just have to practice, and the more you do, the better you become. Yeah, you have to do it every single day.
So there is one more question, sir. What is the difference between public speaking and motivational speaking?
So public speaking is about, as I told you, speaking in front of people. But motivational speaking is a part of speaking, you are doing in front of people, but you are trying to motivate them, you are trying to inspire them, you are trying to make them do something, right? If I'm motivating you that this webinar will be the motivational webinar, but the thing is you are also doing that public speaking, means you are speaking in front of people, you are giving something, you are making them inspire, you are making them motivated. So motivational speaking is the part of doing something. You can do, suppose if I tell you, if I teach you something related to business, this meeting will be a business meeting, but what I'm doing is I'm using my public speaking skill to communicate my business knowledge. So same thing, if you are motivating people, that is a way of using public speaking. Yeah.
So it seems like there are no more questions.
Okay.
So, sir, we have come to the end of this webinar. I would like to thank you everyone for this meeting, and a special thanks to you, sir, for this presentation and this for wonderful meeting, sir.